Sixth Agile Principle. Welcome to Scrum Positive. This is Vinod Narayan. Thanks for tuning in. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do. So let me read the sixth Agile Principle first. The most efficient and effective method of conveying information to and within a development team is face-to-face conversation. I don't think it's just development team. Any team, any community, any group of people, I think the best way for conveying information is face-to-face communication. Now, this was written 20 years back. I think we didn't have a lot of the webcam and online meetings and all those things at that point of time. So probably everyone was co-located even. So the concept was that you have to be co-located, face-to-face meetings and such things would be good. But then we've come a long way in 20 years. Technology has changed. We had COVID and we were forced to work remotely. But even before that, people have been working remotely. People have been working in distributed teams, different time zones. So when COVID came, a lot of people were okay to work that way because we were used to not working face to face. But that doesn't take away the fact that it's better to convey information when it is face to face. But sometimes we are forced to work other ways. Now, at this stage, we are at a juncture when companies have asked people to come back to work. There's obviously some people don't want to come back to work because they've been used to working from home. Personally for me, and I've told before that I prefer working from office with people, and that's because I want to work with people. If I don't want to work with people, then it really doesn't matter which company, right? I think there is something that connects with me with a company beyond the paycheck. And that involves, one, the value that I produce, two, the people that I work with. I think if I get any amount of money and if I don't have a value that I produce, or I don't have a good feeling about what I'm doing, and if I don't have good people that I work with, then I think it's going to be very difficult. I'll be very unhappy, right? Imagine getting a fat paycheck and being unhappy. So for me, working with people is so important. Now, one of the things that I've seen, at least COVID, post-COVID kind of work culture, some people keep their cameras on, which means that we still have a face-to-face interaction, though it is remotely. Another thing is a lot of people don't on the camera. Now, sometimes it becomes a bit challenging to tell people to switch on the camera because people might be working from home, and I've seen people who have small kids, and then at least I can talk for myself. I cannot talk for other people. But for me, if I'm working from home, there are so many things that are so unimportant at that point of time that creep into my work time. As a result of it, I have to extend my time of working to complete the tasks that I haven't had. And this is for me as an individual. So that's why for me, there's a lot of discipline I have to do. There's a lot of conscious effort for me to focus just on work during the work time. And it makes so much easier when I'm going to the office and working face to face, being in a room, having a meeting. That makes a lot of difference. And I think whatever was written 20 years back, that holds good even now. But yes, we have to work around the current issues that we have in terms of everyone is not working in the same location. But at least my suggestion is that please switch on your cameras if you're having a meeting. Not one-on-one. I've had one-on-one meetings with people where they don't switch on the cameras. And sometimes I ask, and sometimes they don't like to. And I switch on my camera. That's what I do. And then the problem is the issue with we human beings is that if I start talking to a person and I switch on the camera a few times and I never see the other person switch on the camera, then I also tend to switch off my camera, not on it. Then I go to talk to some other person, I again do the same thing, and then it creates a culture. So my recommendation and to everyone, my request is that if you're talking individually to people, if you're talking in a team, be presentable when you're in an office work and switch on your camera. That'd be good. That'll help the individual. I mean, it's for our own benefit and not necessarily for other people's benefit. Now, there's another important thing that I've learned about face-to-face communications. Imagine when you talk to a person, the person's voice can sound rude, but the face might not be. The body language, what the face conveys, that has to be attached with the voice for us to really convey an information properly. And it's very difficult to get the tone correct when we talk on phone. Emails, it's even worse, right? Chat. If it is with someone that we know very well, it might be easier because we know the person quite well and we've been working with that person, we understand the person. And if there is a kind of discomfort, then we can actually openly talk about it because we can be more transparent on it. But if it is someone that we have not worked that often, it might be difficult and it'll be easier to work face to face. Even if it is on Zoom or any of the tools that you use, please, if it's face to face, I think we're all social animals. We feel good when we work and we become more effective and productive when we work with people on a face to face basis. If you've not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends if you think that it adds any value to your lives. If you want to just listen to the podcast, you can go to Scrum Positive Podcast on Apple or Google Podcast, Spotify, anywhere. I'll see you all next week. Thank you.